But furthermore, because this is a natural human response, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran reassures or reminds the believers and tells them, do not be afraid of others, do not be afraid of people, do not be afraid of your enemies, do not be afraid of those who hate you, don't be afraid of those who have animosity against you. And fear no one but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Over and over in the Quran. As a matter of fact, in 3 places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the believers, He says, فَلَا تَخْشَوْهُمْ وَخْشَوْنِي فَلَا تَخْشَوْهُمْ وَخْشَوْنِ You find it in Surah Al-Baqarah, you find it in Surah Al-Imran, you find it in Surah Al-Ma'idah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls upon the believers not to be scared or afraid of others, and be mindful of Allah and have the fear that you should have, that positive fear that comes out of reverence for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that prevents you from doing anything that may bring the wrath of Allah azza wa jal upon you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps saying, do not be afraid of them, nor be afraid of their blame or their condemnation of you on the merits of your faith, and hold on to your belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah azza wa jal says, فَلَا تَخْشَوْهُمْ وَخْشَوْنِي So fear them not, but fear me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reassuring the believers in the Quran and telling them the only one worthy of your fear is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why you don't find much regarding the fear of others in the statements of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rather, the Prophet kept reminding the Sahaba of the fear of Allah azza wa jal. And one of the things that distinguishes the believers is the fact that once they embrace this faith, their fear of others or any element in this life diminishes, and their fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases. Or it might work the other way. The more you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the less you fear anything else, including death, including the worst imaginable thing that could happen to you. The more you fear Allah, the less you fear anything else. And you find those who are connected with their faith act upon their faith to be the least fearful of worldly elements and the most fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Also, there is a correlation between knowledge, possessing knowledge and understanding, and fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not fearing anything else. And I'm not a psychologist, but they tell us that there is a correlation between fear and ignorance. And very often people fear that which they don't know much about, and rather they hear things about.